Hi Internet! In this video I will be documenting an extreme project pan. I have already stocked up this entire shelving with items that I would really like to use by the end of 2026. I have been inspired by various creators on the web, and I will not be weighing these products. I do see that's something a lot of people do, but I will not because that is way too strenuous. But I would like to do updates whenever I've acquired enough empties at the end of the project. So, or during the project pan. Okay, so it's going to be this entire unit and this top shelf. Okay, so I'm starting with the top here. I have a bunch of small and large hair products here. So these are my main. I try to use this 1 to 2 times a week. This was a gift. This is a deodorant or like a body spray. I'm putting these summer products in the back. So I like to wear my hair up most of the time when it's hot. So that is why I have these two. I also use this sometimes after I do my hair. And then I have a hair gel tub, which is that black thing over there. And I have 2 mini sunscreen bottles, a full-size baby sunscreen. I think it's for babies. Yeah, because it's pure and free. And then I have the Kristen S air dry cream. Again, those are more for like warmer months. Dry shampoo, this is running out, which is great. This I use at the ends. Another great item for the summer. This is a summer scent, which is why I'm putting it here. Styling gel, also great for the warmer months. Let's see what else. Okay, makeup remover. This is travel size. I just put that there. I received these little samples as gifts from La Mer. So I'm hoping to finish them soon. I have massage oil that I use for sore muscles after a workout. Really, really great for my back. But yeah, I'm really hoping to finish these by the end of 2026. I think it'll give me something to look forward to. And yeah, okay, so moving on to the next one. These 2 serums, this I try to use before bed, and this one in the morning before applying makeup. Let's see if I can finish them by 2026. I'm really hoping not to buy any new skin products for 2026. Okay, I have 5 sprays of sanitizer here. This one is running out. I can put it towards the front. So I have a bunch of the birthday cake ones because I freaking love that scent. Yeah, so this one is gonna be finished up. These 2 are summer scents. I've had them since the summer and I have not used them. So yeah, these are very summery. So I'm just gonna put them here. They're about done. Okay, and then I have Touchland. I have the hydrating hand sanitizer and the Power Essence body and hair fragrance mist. So these, I bought individual keychains for them. These are I think the only Touchland products that I own. So let's see if I can finish those up by 2026. I really enjoy using these in the summer for some reason. I think the scents are really pleasant. Okay, so I have a bunch of tiny pocket bags. I have strawberry snowflakes, cereal milk soft serve, the peppermint bark truffle, birthday cake, and various others. A lot of these at the front are about done, so putting some dents there. The thing is, the reason why I was never able to finish any of these has like maybe 1 or 2 more uses. The reason I wasn't able to finish them is because I have multiple keychains and multiple bags, and I like to color coordinate. So I decided, you know what? why don't I just have one sanitizer to use at a time so that way I can finish them up, because these do start to smell different after opening them for some reason. Okay, I have some smaller Vaseline containers here. I have the vitamin E, aloe vera, and then I also have this. I bought this online, I think last year, to try and make my own sanitizer, but that craft project was just, it just did not go well. So I am going to be holding on to this empty container. I saw somebody putting lotions in this for travel, so I think that would be really, really cool to use up the lotions, which I will talk about soon. And then I have these two tiny minis. These are great for small bags, so I'm going to try to finish those up this year too. I think I bought those spring of 2025. I have a solid perfume here, Rose Jam from Lush. Gonna see if I can finish that up in the next couple of months. I have this portable hand cream. It smells really, really good. When I say portable, I mean it's because it's small. Crabtree and Evelyn. This was part of a 3-pack from winter of 2024. So I'm gonna see if I can finish that, throw all of that in my bag, and just use it up when I go on my walks. Original Baby and Cocoa Butter. I use these typically after a pedicure. And then for this, I use it on my face. If it's really windy outside, this is fantastic. And then the Original, so I'll use this as a base layer for perfumes if I want them to last extra long. And yeah, this is great for all body, but as you can see, I just have small things here. Woo! Nice. Okay, so this is one that I've already opened. I'm gonna try to finish this. Yeah, again, this is all 2026, but I want to finish this very soon because I just opened it, and I'm probably going to leave this in a bedroom. We'll see what happens, but I really want to see the progress of the shelving unit, like things just like running out. I really want to see what that looks like. Okay, next unit, I have some fragrance mist here and some nail products, which I'll get to in a moment, but I have Daydream. And let's see how much damage I've already done. I've had this since, I think, winter 2024 or early 2025. Yeah, I don't know how much is left. Maybe like 60% of this. I don't know, but it smells really, really good. It's really, really, really feminine, and the packaging is also nice. But yeah, anyway, it smells great. So next product, Rose. I've only sprayed this, I think, maybe 3 or 4 times. Let's see. And then I have the entire Milk collection, the minis. I'm going to use those as layering pieces for my stronger, better scents. This one and this one are about to run out. Lots of damage done on these. I'm sure you can see in the light that there's, you know, where the line is for each of these. But yeah, they're about to run out. These are some of my favorites. I'm kind of sad that I'm running out of this one. I might repurchase it. I don't know if they do come out with the cherry. This is really strong, and it's a great layering piece. So I'm just gonna put this here, fresh and clean. This is great. I've been using this for maybe 6 months. So I'm gonna try to use that up. And then I have a bunch of nail products here, which I'm excited to talk about. I have nail glue remover, and then I have a fresh bottle here. I've nestled it in between in case it, you know, falls or something. But yeah, this is old. This is like maybe 2 years old. I really have to finish this up. The brush is falling apart. The glue isn't working as well, you know, so... and I also have Nail Bond. I have 3 bottles of these. I have one that's about to finish up. It barely works, but I want to see how much I can get out of it before using the other 2 containers. I don't know why I bought multiple. I've had those for like 2 years. I have nail polish, and I think I have the UV version of this one too. The ones you use under UV light. I have that somewhere else, and I'm going to talk about what I've decided to not include in this in a little bit. I have... Yeah, so basically I have 3 main nail colors. I have this pretty Victoria's Secret color. Let me see what the name is. Oh, Very Bordeaux. Yeah. So really, really cute. And then this really light color, kind of like the nails I'm wearing now. Yeah, and this pretty pink color. And then I have a top coat. So I like to use this on top of any nail color that I use. I have cuticle remover. Really, really good stuff. I've had this for about 2 years and it's halfway done. I have some press-on nails and a bunch of these little kits with a stick, an alcohol wipe, and a buffer. So those are, I use them typically for travel. I have a non-acetone glue remover, so you can use this for nails, but you can also use it for nail polish. It does not work as strong as acetone, but it's fine. And then I have some pure alcohol. Well, not pure. It is 94%. Yeah, alcohol. I only use it for nails. I put it in a pump bottle. Yeah, so that's most of the nail stuff, I think. And then I have this stuff here. So this is fast drying. I use this for pedicures. So it smells amazing. I wish it would make a perfume that smelled like this. It's really strong, like I think a coconut-y, yeah, island coconut scent. So you basically spray it after each layer. Well, that's how I do it, and my pedicures last a very long time with this stuff. So I really like it. I'm not the most patient person when it comes to doing nails. So this is mostly done. I've had this for less than a year, and yeah, I'm definitely going to finish this by 2026. Okay, I have some, I guess, disposable wipes. So these are lint-free wipes, highly recommend. Cuticle sticks, and yeah, so this is stuff I usually use for my pedicures. And then I have, let's see, I'm trying to tackle the nail stuff first. So I have maybe 5 or 6 Kiss Impress nail kits, or a combination. So some of them are glue-on. I have been doing my nails professionally, so I don't know when I'll be able to use these again. Maybe in the summer. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I've had these for less than a year, and yeah, I'm going through them pretty quickly, or I went through them pretty quickly, which is why that collection is kind of relatively small. I have makeup removers. So I have this that is like halfway done, a full size one, and I have another full size one in storage and a full size of this one in storage because I go through this pretty quickly for my pedicures. So yeah, so there are a few things in our cleaning supply closet. That's where I put like heavier things are maybe I don't have space for here. But yeah, so I have a backup of this essentially, and this one. Let's see. Okay, so I have these makeup applicators. So these are foam wedges, and then I have these puffs on the lower right, and I have these, and I'm going to talk about these a little more later, the ones in this acrylic box or plastic box. Okay, now onto fragrance. So I have included lotions here. This one's already open. This is Sleek and Stay. This is technically supposed to be up there with the hair stuff, but it feels like glass, and I just feel more comfortable putting glass at the bottom. So this one's already open. These are going to be opened in the next maybe month and a half. I'm definitely going to go through these really quickly. And I do think when I finish all of these lotions, I'm going to invest, or not invest, but just buy something that is Bath and Body Works and non-Victoria's Secret. The coupons and the sales, and like, it just gets me, and then I buy multiple to take advantage of that sale. Now, these smell great. They're very pretty. The packaging is great, but the formula is subpar compared to other brands like Aveeno, right? Or, you know, like mid-range brands that actually, you know, are leaning more towards medical, I guess, or like necessity. So I want to see if I can cull Victoria's Secret Beauty and Bath and Body Beauty out of my life for 2026. Like, I really don't want to buy beauty products from them anymore because the formula doesn't work as well, and it's Okay, it's great that they're accessible products, that they're cheaper than other brands. Like, I think it's Sol de Janeiro is the brand. I think it's, there are more expensive things on the market, and it's great that it's accessible and there are sales. Like, you can get something like this for $8 on some days. But the problem with that is I tend to accumulate so many, and the formula is not good enough for me to keep around. So, for example, I have to apply a ton of this on my body to feel moisturized, which is why I think I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, the same with the perfumes. The Victoria's Secret, like this is icon. Like this to me is like a signature scent. So I might go in once a year and buy a bottle, but I just kind of doubt it. Like now that I've tried nicer perfumes that actually last longer and smell better, like I don't know if I'll continue to purchase beauty from Victoria's Secret. But there are, again, exceptions, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So I have a couple of minis there. I've decided that I am going to project pan the Tease Candy Noir fragrance mist and this one because they're not my favorite. So I'm doing a little bit of culling as I go along with this project pan. And then Oasis, if you know, you know, Carolina Herrera, I think that's the name. I don't remember the name of the scent, but not my favorite. Yeah, so even like more expensive brands, like, it's not so much the price point for me. It's just like the formula and the scent. Like if it's subpar, it's not enough for me. Like I would rather have one good product that works for me no matter how much it costs, instead of having multiple that take up space, that don't work as well. You know what I mean? So for example, Tom Ford de Soleil Blanc, to me, it's not great. It's expensive, but not great. It took me a long time to get this bottle because of the pricing. I would put a little bit of money to the side every month in order to afford something like this. But yeah, this I had for a long time, and I'm over it. It's too warm for me. I prefer Beach Walk by Maison Margiela. If you know, you know. And then this one, this is about almost done. I have like maybe 2 or 3 more uses out of this. So yeah, that's about done. Beautiful bottle. But the scent for me is just not strong enough. Okay, this is a decant. I think this is Cherry by Tom Ford. I'm looking into it. So like I mentioned, I really, really like Sweetheart Cherry, but I want something long lasting. So I have been playing with this one for the last couple of months. Somebody decanted it for me, and I think maybe in the future I'll get Tom Ford Cherry. Depending on finances, my financial planning, I'll see if it's worth adding to my collection. This I bought online. I think I even paid shipping for this because this is just one of the coolest perfumes ever. Yeah, it's really pretty. I was looking for something that smelled like ooh. Okay, I'm glad that survived. It fell. That was terrible. And it's a little oily, and because it was with the oil stuff. But anyway, this product smells like dragon blood. I really like the incense dragon blood flavored scent. I don't know why. So I was looking for it in a bottle. It just gives me that like nice, like, I don't know. It's like an Eastern vibe, and I just really like the sense of this. So 3 solid perfumes. The reason I didn't put the Lush one here is because these are heavy and I want them at the bottom. But yeah, these are incredible. I've probably talked about these a couple of times in previous videos. I have 2 travel size replicas. These I'm trying to, obviously everything here is, I'm trying to project pan. I have Saint by Kat Von D. This is very old. Let's see if we can finish it. It's like almost a decade old. Okay, so I have 3 body washes. In the Stars, one of my favorite scents of all time. Touch of Gold and The Sweetest Song. These are practical hygiene products, as are these, I'm counting 12 soaps. So these are hand soaps. So I bought a couple from the Milk collection. There's Lavender, Pink Obsessed, just various ones. And as I go along with this Project Pan update, the updates over time, I will show you the containers, and I'll let you know what I think. All right, So in the back, I have two In the Stars body scrubs because I love glitter. I have the Sugar Floor and Cream Cloud from the Tease line. These are fragrance mist. And then I'm also trying to finish up the regular Tease lotion or fine lotion, right? I think that's what it's called, fine fragrance lotion, and the Candy Noir lotion. And then I have another mini there, Rose. Yeah, so that one, it's the newest one, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And then I have 3 travel sprays from Victoria's Secret. I have another one somewhere. I took it out of the packaging. We'll add it to this bunch. Okay. Almond croissant. So I use this for unconventional reasons. It's technically room spray, but I use it to scent papers. So I'll just spray papers and put them in envelopes, and I don't know. It's a stationary thing for me, but I'm going to put it with the home section. So wallflowers, I have rosewater and ivy. I have the 2. They smell amazing, the 2-pack. And then I have, this is I think lavender, vanilla or something like that. And then I have the Palo Santo and Sage. I can't wait to try this. I don't think I've smelled it before. All right. So as you can see, there's a lot of products that I'm going to try to finish. I tried my best not to include tools in this, like my straightening iron and things like that, because those things are not necessarily disposable. These things are. So, yeah. So I'm going to try really hard to finish everything. The ones that are going to be the easiest, I think, are going to be these minis and the makeup wipes, easy. Acetone, easy. Let's see. Oh, and obviously body wash and hand soap. We go through those very quickly. So, okay. So yeah, this is going to be pretty hard for some of these products, notably the Vaseline and the hair products. Okay, it's going to be hard. I don't use a lot of hair gel, even though I do put my hair up in the summer. I don't always use gel. The perfumes are going to be hard to finish, and I think these are going to be hard to finish. As much as I really like them, they're just kind of tricky to use in public. You know what I mean? So I kind of have to use them at home. And then maybe the wallflowers, I don't know. But anyway, so that's going to be for this shelf unit. And then I have my makeup, okay? It's not the biggest number of things. I have bronzer, my YSL, I want to see if I can stack these, make some space. My YSL blush. These brushes are great. So I did put technically 3 tools in here. I put my eyelash curler and these just because I don't really have anywhere to put them. And these are the most sanitary places I feel like I can put the brushes and this thing. So yeah, so I have only 1 bronzer, 1 blush, a compact Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. It's tiny. I like small versions of things. I also have the travel size, 1 size translucent powder. Yeah, so depending on the kind of application I'm going for, I have 2 powders, but those should be easy to finish. I feel like I'm going to go through the setting powder very quickly. For this one, I've only had this one for about 8 months. Or no, I've had this one. That's 8 months is a long time. So I have, these are disposable. There are moments I'm doing more complicated looks. So I do prefer to use disposable things for some looks. And then obviously my eyelash curler, I put a couple wedges in there. So I try to take from those bags there and refill this. I have a transformer. These are very old. These are about a decade old, but I love them. So this is the Alchemist palette and the transformer from Kat Von D. Unfortunately, she doesn't make them anymore. Really unfortunate. This is my only eyeshadow palette, and it has been for about a year. I love this thing. Let's see if I can put a dent in it. especially in some of those darker colors in 2026. So it's pink. I'm obsessed. I use different combinations all the time. And then this is my highlighter palette. So this is supposed to be a dupe for Kat Von D, the Kat Von D Amethyst. I don't know if I'm going to keep this for a very long time because it's very glittery, but it's the closest thing I can find that came close to this. Anyway, so yeah, just a handful of palettes here, nothing too fancy. And then I have some of makeup here. I have eyelashes that I don't use often, but let's see if I can use them up by the end of the year. Let's see. And then I have the Duo Glue. This is over a year old. Like, I literally put December 11. So we'll see what happens. I've used this a couple of times, but not enough, obviously, because I still have it. Okay, I want to talk about mascara. I love this mascara. And then I think I have maybe one more mascara here somewhere. Yeah, I hate this. It was expensive. This is the travel size version of the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. The reason I bought it is because it has a brush at the end that I'm not gonna open it. But there's a brush at the end that kind of separates the lashes, and that's why I picked it up. This was maybe $20 USD, which is why I just can't part with it just yet. But I try not to keep mascara for more than 6 months, so we'll see what happens. This I've only had for a couple of months. I really like the color, the formula. I like the application. I love the brush. Great products. Definitely see myself replacing that if this runs out. Okay, I think I have 3 concealers here. I have NARS. I've had this for over a year. This is the travel size. I love this, and I never want to forget the color, which is why I'm keeping this. There's like maybe one more application left. It's basically done. It's expensive, which is why I'm like debating on whether or not to get a new one for 2026. I bought this one instead mid 2025. So this one, I do not like the formula, I do not like the color, and I do not like the brush. This is Natasha Denona. Not the biggest fan. I feel kind of sad about it, honestly, because I bought this one so I wouldn't have to pay for the NARS one. Anyway, so definitely I think once this concealer runs out, I'll be going back to NARS. We'll see what happens depending on finances. Let's see, or financial planning. Because I'm still a budgeter. Okay, this is a cheaper version of. This is probably the main concealer I've been using for like a decade now. This is Maybelline Eraser. I've bought many of these. This is a great product, but it oxidizes weird, and I'm not a huge fan of the formula. But it's great for travel. It's a cool product. I don't like the application. The color's iffy and the formula's kind of horrible. But I'm not ready to throw this out. I'm gonna try to keep it by the end of 2026. But I really want to see if I can finish everything before I start replacing things, which is the whole point of Project Pan. Okay. I want to talk about brow gel. I bought this one. It's too sticky and gooey. I think this is the travel size version of the Anastasia brow gel. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. It was supposed to be an experimental product. The first brow gel I've ever bought in my life was the Kosas, and I just freaking love this, so I went back to it. The only thing is it starts to look kind of gross. I've had this for about a year, but it's genuinely the best. I love the brush and I love the formula. The packaging is iffy, but it's easy to find in my little tray of makeup here. And then let's continue with the brows. So I have all of these brow pencils. Don't ask me why, but if you can tell, 3 of them are the same. So I have the LA Colors. As you can see, I have LA Colors bronzer. I bought them because they were only a couple of dollars each, and the color is great. The application is wonderful, which is why I have 3 of them. So for some reason, I decided to go for, I think, a darker color. So I think this one is a little bit darker. Oh, this is Ultra Precise. That's why I bought it. And I think it's also darker. But yeah, I think I got this one for more precise, yeah, for more precise, thinner brows. This is great for thicker brows. This is Brow Wiz. I don't really like the formula from Anastasia. Funny enough, it's the most expensive one I've ever bought. But yeah, this is okay. Definitely gonna finish these very soon. So I do have a cream blush. So I actually bought this before buying the YSL. I bought this as an experiment to see if I would apply blush or incorporate it. So I was looking for the cheapest one at Ulta, and it was this one. It was like maybe $6 or $7. It was like the cheapest thing. And once I noticed that I really, really like the way blush looks on my face, I decided to get the good stuff. So once this runs out, I'll decide, or if it, we'll see. If this runs out by the end of 2026, I'll buy a high quality bronzer that is like maybe maybe something luxurious like the YSL. And also the YSL, I've had it for like a year and a half, I think, or maybe a year. I don't know, but I love it. This will definitely last me more than I think another year or a year and a half. I don't apply it very generously, but anyway, so I bought this first, and I'm not ready to say goodbye, even though it is cheaper. It's nice to have a cream blush handy to mix with these creamy concealers. So I'm going to keep this as an option. So yeah, not decluttering anything until the end of 2026. So I did brows. Let's see. I have some tools here. I always put these with my makeup. This is a shaver, and these are tweezers and scissors. I use those for my brows. Okay, I have 2 liners. I have this liquid one. I bought this before buying the Stila. So I noticed I really enjoy wearing liner, so I decided to buy a higher end one. This is Intense Black. So it has the micro tip and the original tip. So you have thick and thin. Love that. So this one is technically for hair, but you can use it for brows too. This technically should be with the hair stuff, but I have it here because it's small and it just makes sense. I have a couple of, let me see. Do I want to go into lip products just yet? No. Let me talk about highlighters. So in addition to the Kat Von D, I have these. So this is the Milk holographic trio. I do not enjoy the formula, but it's a cream version of basically the ones I have, so that's why I'm holding on to them. I think they would make great holographic eye looks, so it's a way for me to mix things up. They're also very small. I can put them in my purse. I can also use them as a lip topper, so there's a lot of experimentation that can happen with these. So I have another tweezer there. Let me see. Oh, so I use this under my brow. If I want to highlight my brow, I also use it for my inner eye. I love this. I buy like 2 or 3 of these a year. This is not that difficult to finish. Okay, I guess we'll go into lip products now. Okay, so I have Sun Bum. This, I also use it. I use it in the summer or if on vacation or whatever. It actually really works great to protect the lips from the sun. There was a vacation where I didn't wear this and my lips were just like falling off basically. Sorry for that image. And then I have Summer Fridays. So this is birthday cake. I have Vaseline lip care. I have this 24-hour color. Let me see if I can get the name. It's kind of hard for me to read, but anyway, it's really glittery and pretty and fun. It's a little frosted. I really like that look. And then I have the super frosted color. This is Candy from Rimmel London. Very, very frosted, very girly Y2K. And then I've talked about this before, ballerina shoes. So this is, you know, a lot of it is drugstore. These I think I bought at Five Below for a couple of dollars each. These are 2 lip liners. Is this, yeah, this is LA Colors. So yeah, I do buy really low end, like super discount store stuff too. And then I have, this is just heavenly. This is Rose Delight from Victoria's Secret. It's just, it's great. It's great to have. It's a treat. I don't use it often. And then I have one lonely thing to clip back my hair or side bangs or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to Project Pan. The whole point of me doing Project Pan is so I can use what I have instead of seeking novelty. I've discovered that I love discovery, and I can accomplish that using combinations. So there's so many combinations I can make with what I have. I've even blended eyeliner with eyeshadow to give it like a deeper, like smoky effect. Like there's just so much I can do with what I already own. You know, a lot of it is the same colors. I do love pink. I can't help it. But you know, more or less, this stuff I think will be finished by 2026. For the most part, you know, like I mentioned, the blush I think will last me a lot longer. I'm not too heavy-handed with that. The bronzer, I am heavy-handed. I use it as a contour. But yeah, there's no foundation, nothing too crazy here. I either buy super cheap stuff or like expensive stuff like Charlotte Tilbury or YSL. I try to avoid mid-range stuff just because it's too easy for me to collect. It's too easy. So I just, yeah, I try to be strong when it comes to how I buy cosmetics, body care, things like that. But yeah, this is an overview of what I have. I have maybe a couple more body washes or scrubs, or like nail remover products, makeup remover products in the cleaning supply closet. It doesn't fit here, so I didn't add it. But yeah, as the months go by, I might do like a once a month thing where I show my bag of empties. We'll see what happens. This is a great way for me to challenge myself because at the end of the day, these are consumables. These things expire. So I do want to be able to use them by the end of 2026. This will save me, I think, a lot of trips from the store. And like I mentioned, I really do want to see if I can stop shopping from Victoria's Secret. You know, except for like maybe clothing or something like that. If my clothing, you know, if my pajamas for some reason no longer fit me or they get really raggedy and they have holes, like I might replace them using items I get from Victoria's Secret. They do make comfy sleepwear, but you know, I really want to see if I can avoid their beauty products. The same with Bath and Body Works, you know, even their home care, like maybe once these finish up, I'll buy 1 or 2, you know, I'll just replace what I have, is what I mean to say. So I'll see what things look like by the end of 2026. I'll see what I used up, what I didn't use up. But yeah, I'm going to be very heavy-handed with the perfume because I don't want to see these bottles anymore. Right now, they're just paperweights. They're literally helping me stabilize this shelf. These are phenomenal. I love these, but I still want to Project Pan them. I do not want to carry on, you know, these like body butter type formulas into 2027. Like that's not going to happen. I need to finish them by 2026. I'm running out of time, I'm running out of battery, and I'm running out of breath. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any tips, feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments below. This is probably the most extreme Project Pan I could potentially think of. I've watched a bunch of Project Pan videos and I haven't seen anyone try to attempt to finish this many products in this many categories. So I'm hoping that this is somewhat interesting for you to watch. You know, it's a lot of categories, but like every category has like, you know, it's a small amount of stuff. It's not like I don't have like 50 lip glosses. So, you know, I have it easy when it comes to the makeup department because for me, I like to keep my routine simple. But when it comes to this stuff that's so easy to accumulate, like they have these 6 for $10. There are times when they sell them for $1 each. Like it's hard to say no, especially when they come out with cool packaging, and I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I feel like Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works are where, you know, a lot of my time, energy, and space goes. So I want to see if I can really finish this up. And I think when these finish up, I'm really thinking of just like buying like something you would find at a Walgreens, you know, better formula that's made to hydrate you, because this is fragrance lotion. It's fragrance. Like that's the selling point, you know. It's not the most moisturizing product. Like it doesn't say, like literally water, mineral oil, glycerin, and then alcohol. Like it is not the most moisturizing product. I'm sure I think they do have a more moisturizing line, like a body butter or things like that. But I would rather buy that from a better brand, like a brand that focuses on body care, if that makes sense. Like I'm not going to buy underwear from, I don't know, EOS, I think is EOS, that's the brand. I'm not going to buy underwear from them because they don't specialize in underwear. I'm going to buy underwear from Victoria's Secret because they specialize in underwear, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at. You know, there's certain brands that specialize in certain things, and that's what I will need to focus on this year if I want to cull down, if I want to stop chasing sales and tracking promos and things. It's exhausting. I'm so over it. I want to use what I have. Now, I don't think I have a shopping problem, but the constant chase of the new thing or a new scent is annoying to me. Like there are better things I could do with my time than chase promos or chase the newest scent. Like these were just smelled so incredible and unique to me, and which is why I bought all of the minis from this collection, from this line. But the problem is there's going to be another cool collection that I'm going to want a bunch of stuff from. And then where am I going to put that? And then things that I really love are going to be pushed to the back. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have this many scents. So yeah, I'm not a huge perfume lover. Like there's no reason for me to have so many perfumes. So I want a more curated collection. I want higher quality scents. I want to be more selective because again, when you buy something new, it's competing with what you already have. So I'm going to end my rant there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad that I buy so many minis instead of buying like full-size bottles. But again, sometimes accessibility means hoarding. You know, the more cheap stuff you have, the more you can buy, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.